Okay, friends, welcome. We are discussing the P3O question specifically for the foundation and chapter 2. Let's move on to the next question. So question number 151 says, what role provides facilitated workshop to promote a consistent project management practices? Option A, project specialist. Option B, project officer. Option C, head of the project office, or option D, secretariat and administrator. Now this particular question is related to your three type of the role. So functional role, generic role, and the management role. This particular is related to the facilitated workshop, that is a generic role that I believe the project specialist are the responsible for that. So let's see what will be the answer. Yes, it is the correct answer. The project specialist role facilitate workshop to promote consistent project management practices. Question number 152 says, which is an underlying success factor of a P3O model, which the hub portfolio office that enable appropriate localized application of standard. Now this particular question is deal with how this hub portfolio office can be successful. Now if you remember, hub portfolio office, it's created to that specific demographic localized area or specific vertical. So let's see what are the options available. Option A says following clearly defined business strategy. Option B, review the blueprint regularly. Option C, regular resource capacity and local at a local level. And option D, tailoring to the core standard to meet the local needs. And that is absolutely the function of the hub portfolio office. So hub portfolio office of Asia Pacific may require to tailor the requirement with respect to that regulatory compliance of that particular region or that particular country for that matter. So I believe D is the most correct answer. Let's see. Yeah, that is the correct answer. The trailing core standard to meet the local need is an underlying success factor of P3O model with hub portfolio office that enables appropriate localized application of standard. Let's move to the next question. Question number 153 says, which is not a strategic planning or portfolio support function? Okay, option A, prioritized program. Now here, read the question carefully. It's a not strategic function. So there are three functions, if you recall it very well: strategic function, delivery support function, and COE, Center of Excellence. Now prioritization is related to your strategy support function. Providing flexible resource pool, it's your delivery support function. Align programs with strategy objective, it's again a strategy support function. Providing oversight, scrutiny, and challenges, again a strategy support function. So B is the most correct answer. Yeah, it is. Providing single flexible resource pool is delivery support function, not a strategic planning or portfolio. Let's move to the question number 154, which is not a functional role. Now there are three different type of role, as I mentioned earlier. First role is your management role. Second role is your generic role, and third is your functional role. So there are 3 management role, 3 generic role, and 15 functional role. So here information management is a functional role. Now they are asked which is not a functional role. So your project officer is not a functional role, it's a generic role. Benefit and value is a functional role, planning is a functional role. So B is the correct answer. Yeah, it is. Let's move to the question number 155, which is underlying success factor of a virtual P3O model. Option A, good head of hub portfolio office are available. Current culture approaches are challenged. Standard continue to be developed, monitoring external best practices, and P3O costs are overseen as unnecessary overhead. Now, virtual P3O to be successful, I believe C is the most correct answer, where standards are continuously evolved and developed to meet the external best practices. So C is the most correct answer. Yeah, standards continue to develop by monitoring external best practices, one of the underlying success factor for what P3O model. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much.